It's your boy EC22 of the Fair Weather Fan channel. Yo, check this out. I got two guests with me, but before I introduce my guests, let me set it up for you real quick. If you're here in the DFW Metroplex, we had a tragedy that happened last weekend out there on the football field at a youth football game. A gentleman by the name of Mike Hickman lost his life senselessly to gun violence. The details are still coming in, but one of the guys who we suspect to be the gunman is the brother of Aqib Talib, Yaqub Talib, and also the victim is Mike Hickman. On the phone with me, I got two guests. These guys were on the field maybe an hour or two prior to the incident, and I just want to kind of get their raw emotions about what it is and these type of things that happen out there in Youth Football League. So, Derek Gill, introduce yourself to the people, man.
Yes, my name is Coach Big D, and I coach offensive and defensive line for the Triple D Wolverines.
That's what's up. And Gil?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Coach Gil, the co-owner of the Triple D Wolverines, along with the 12U defensive coordinator.
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, Gil, I got a question. I just want to get it from you, man. Being the owner of these leagues, and obviously you've been doing this for a while and trying to get kids to come out there and play. Then when these type of things happen, man, just in light of what happened last Saturday, man, what are your raw emotions? Like, how do you feeling at this point? Bring your kids back out on the field.
It's really kind of a mixed emotion thing, truth be told. I knew a lot of those coaches that Coach Wick, Coach Mike. It's like I said, man, it's kind of like a mixed emotion thing. You know what I'm saying? Because those kids was out there. Now that make me think like, okay, who out there be at other games, you know, having guns and knives and different stuff like that. Like, I'm really like lost the words of the situation alone. You know what I'm saying? Like right. I said, you know, like we told you, we was out there at that game. No, we had just played the game. What? 2.5, maybe 3 hours prior. And what was crazy was I was supposed to be back there at 6 o'clock to watch a good friend of mine, Coach Chris Wilson. He has a team of the Cowboys out of Pleasant Grove. They were supposed to play at 6 o'clock, and I was actually supposed to go back to that game and watch those guys play at 6 o'clock. And like I said, I have a lot of good friends that's on that DEA team that coaches that 9U, and I know I would have been out there when that would have happened. But like I said, man, I'm really more hurt for these kids because that's very traumatizing. That's traumatizing for a kid to see something like that. Then you had little Mike out there, which is Mike's little son, youngest son, if I'm not mistaken, which is 9 years old, that played on that team, that witnessed that with his own two eyes. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You see how I sounded. I mean, I really like lost the words with the situation as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I had went out there Sunday and supported those guys. They had a lot of the coaches and parents and a couple of the kids was out there talking to the news, man. You could just see the like, you could just look at the kids' face and just see like they were just traumatized, man. Right. You know.
That's it. Hey, Big D, you having your grandson out there, I know, you know, we grew up playing football and stuff like that, but when you got the chance to get out there and take your son out there to Little League and then eventually become a coach, I know that just kind of brightened your world to actually watch this young man grow. Then all of a sudden now when this happened, it's like, it's crazy that here you are, got your grandkid out there playing football. Now all of a sudden the fear is out there that maybe something bad can happen. How are you feeling right now?
To be honest with you with that, it's a very slippery slope on that, because like I say, the fact that, man, I do have my grandson out there, and a lot of our other coaches that's on our squad, either they're playing for the team or they're helping out, like just what like Mike was doing. I had my grandson out there running yard markers also, and it's an eye-opening experience. That it was, you know, it was very hard to deal with because of the fact that, you know, it's, you know, you hear people fighting at the fields, but for someone to bring a gun that close proximity to those kids, And for that tragedy to happen like that, I guess almost like the world we're living in.
Right. Gil, I'm sorry. You know, you've been, since you're owner of this league, you know, you hear it all. You hear about it. I mean, because I know Triple D stands for dedication, determination, and what else? Discipline?
Discipline, yes, sir.
Okay. So being an owner and a coach of a league, you guys put a lot into these kids, you know? And I know you guys digging some booties, as you can say. You guys make sure these guys get ready for the next level. So, you know, where is that line drawn between expecting the best from a kid and letting a kid be a kid?
I mean, truth be told, I want to say it's 50-50.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, you know, a kid is going to be a kid. That's what I had to realize, and that's one thing that I had to realize. I guess knowing how I was coached and brought up in Little League football, like, you know, my dad coaching me, you know, me having a lot of good coaches around me, you know, it was kind of like, you know, I was pushed to that limit back then.
Right.
You know, now it's really kind of different now. You know, you got more kids. You know, they're more in the house now. They're playing video games. They're on the phone a lot. You know, all those good things, which is not a problem. But you know, back then, like when we were growing up, man, we got outside, we playing basketball, we throwback chapel, we riding bikes.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. So now, you know, like I said, you know, with the generation has changed with these kids, you know, like we say, man, a kid is going to be a kid. You know, you got some kids that's really all full of sports. Then you got some kids, like, I'm just be truthful, like their parents are forcing them to play sports and do something that they really don't want to do.
Right.
So like I said, I say it's kind of like a 50-50 thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Big D, when you look at the totality of interleague youth sports, you know, there's documentaries out there like We're the Brooklyn Saints, Warriors of Liberty City. We've seen that out there on Amazon. Then the Roughnecks, the Wrigley Roughnecks out of Fort Worth, they had a little documentary movie like that. And basically all these movies basically trying to shed a light on the positive nature of inner city youth sports, you know, because, you know, the darkness that clouds over youth sports. But these movies out there trying to shine a light to shine a positive light on what you guys are actually out there doing. You guys are doing a lot of good work. But then this happens. Now there's a tragedy out there, you know, and this is not common. You know, just last year we had one out in Jacksonville, Florida. It wasn't related to football, but yet there was a shooting outside of the right behind the stands. A young man lost his life. Actually, a father and son got shot, but the father died, the son survived. So when these things happen in our communities, on top of all the good positive stuff you're trying to do, does this set us back, or how far does it set us back?
In my eyes, it sets us back tremendously. Well, I can't say well. It all depends from this what steps we take.
Right. Okay.
Moving forward.
Gotcha.
Moving forward, because it should get the community to come together and start like governing some of these situations. Because what you have now is you have, for lack of a better word, you have hood guys coming out there with hood mentalities and hood aggression and sometimes hood beats and hood beefs.
Right.
And it normally starts in these group chats. These group chats, you know, they call it fun. Like we like to say back in the day, fun high side. But when does fun high side turn to disrespect?
Right.
And it be blatant disrespect. So now you carrying that beef to the field. So now you feel all the stuff that you spoke on these blogs and whatnot. Now you have to carry your pistol on you because of all the stuff that you done said, and now you done took it completely off the kids. Like for instance, like I was talking to one of my clients the other day. They have a chant. I think it's 2 hands, 2 feet, and excuse my language, but it's 2 hands, 2 feet, knock a nigga shit loose. And you have 6 or 7-year-olds saying that.
Wow.
And then, you know, and I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite, because I have once, by accident and have played vulgar music on the field, and I had to look at myself like, hey man, these kids out here, why are you playing this type of vulgar music? And that puts the kids in a different frame of mind when you got I'm gonna pull my chopper and and all the explicit stuff that come with that, and it has to be a change. It just has to be a wake up call, and if it's not a wake up call, it's gonna set us back tremendously, and to the point where they probably end youth sports as we know it.
Hey, Coach Gill, Derek mentioned something about the music you guys play and the type of energy that some of these coaches put out there. Is that really a problem, or is that something you're trying to instill in the kids as far as being competitive? Is it necessary?
Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm one of those coaches.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask the kids, hey, what some songs y'all want to listen to before we play, because I want them to rally together, and I want them to get crunk and stuff like that. Because truth be told, with my team, we don't really do no chants and stuff like that. You have teams that do chants then, but if you look at football nowadays, you got a lot more coaches that's really just playing music and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it can be a problem. But if you ask me, I really just feel like it just depends on the song alone. Now, like Coach said, now if you playing something that's damn shoot 'em up, bang bang, whoop, and stuff like that, then okay, that's a problem. Right. You get what I'm saying? But you can have crunk music that doesn't have anything doing with someone dying or stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, and just in my opinion, man, I just throw this out there. I mean, I'm a hip hop guy and stuff like that, and I love all various types of music. And I've never been the one to blame, inanimate things or things that are in the air. I know the media in white America always want to try to blame the music, the guns, all these things that can't move themselves. And then when something like this happened, it's easier to point finger to the music these kids listen to. And these are kids. We're not, to me, it's different if we were dealing with high school kids or whatever who gets involved in the social media world and stuff like that. But these wasn't the kids that was acting crazy. These was adults. And I think, and me personally, I think it's okay to let the kids listen to what they listen to. Like you said, monitor the type of music they listen to. Make sure some of the music are not too vulgar. But like you say, you do want your kids to go out there and have the best of time out there. With that being said, you guys put a lot of time, and basically you guys share your lives with these kids. The parents put money into these organizations and they send their kids out there. They support by going to these games. And so when you hear everybody, and we know that competition is going to breed aggression. Competition is going to bring out the best and the worst of all of us, right? Because we all want to win. And so when you hear people say, man, coaches shouldn't get that excited, the parents shouldn't get that excited, it should be all about the kids. But at the end of the day, you guys are invested. You guys spend half your life, the parents split their money and their time. So is it really all about the kids, or explain that to me?
You want to go first, Big D?
So you basically ask, is it all about it starts out, most coaches start out with the kids, and what they do is they get caught up in the hype, the talk, and once again, in my eyes, that's when the high side turns to disrespectful, that's when things get, and then again you also. If you eliminate the disrespectfulness, right, keep it coaching, things will be a little bit better. Because, like I say, some of the cats come out there, like I say, they be, and you got to take some of the elements out. You can't be on the sideline smoking. You can't be on the sideline drinking, because those type of impairments causes your decision to be impaired.
Now, Coach Gill, do you guys have a high five line? Because I know, like in basketball, me and Derek played in youth basketball, and after every game, we see still that in college athletes, in college sports, to where they make sure they go through and kind of high five or handshake the competition as we're leaving. Do you guys doing that?
Yeah, it's called meet at the 50.
Okay.
It's called meet at the 50. You meet them at the end of every game. You meet at the 50, and you walk, you shake everybody, all the players and coaches shake each other's hand at the 50. That's when you meet at the 50 and you do your handshakes. But
hey, Coach Gill, real quick, Coach Gill. How do you transition? So say if you just won a game, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just gonna be, I know me how I get when I win. I'm like, yeah, so and so. How about that? How do you transition from having that pride of just winning a game, and then try to transition to giving positive communication to your opponent as far as having sportsmanship? Now, how you transition in that? Because you're gonna feel.
Well, I mean, if you, truth be told, we all gonna be crunk and turned up about a W.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as me and my coaches, I know, we win. We not the coaches that, I told you we were gonna beat y'all. We don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we might get on our side of the field and, speak on different stuff as far as like, hey, good play call, coach, you know what I'm saying? Or my offense was playing outstanding, or my defense was playing outstanding, or different things like that. But as far as sportsmanship, we not the coaches that just go over there and y'all ain't got this, y'all didn't have this, y'all wasn't ready for us, or different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I've never been just that coach.
Right.
But if you're gonna say I will, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
See that?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was coming. That's what I was coming and saying, to disrespect the high side, because you can be like, yeah, we won, but then you know what I'm saying. Some teams when they win, they F y'all, we told y'all F. It just get to the point like, okay, you win, and then you start driving from y'all high side of my women to now it's this. Now you starting to disrespect me. Now you calling me names. It's unnecessary. Right. Prior to the win, and then the coaches be looking for that game again.
Right.
Be it in a preseason, or if they're in their little conference or whatever, they get a chance to play them again during the season. So if that's the case, that's tension that's brought to that game before the game even started.
Right.
That's what we have to eliminate.
Right. Hey, man, I know you guys got to get back to the field real quick. I know you guys got practice here in a little bit. But, Coach Gill, I really want you to really address this next question. I'll let you guys go. We saw what happened Saturday. You were the owner of a league, and you know how hard and taxing it has been to get these kids to come out and play. Now this tragedy happened. Now you may be, I don't know, you may be faced with more struggles trying to get kids to come out and play because the parents may be too scared. I want you to just talk to whoever out there, explaining them that Little League is safe regardless of what's going on out there, or what they've heard, or what happened Saturday.
Well, truth be told, yes, Little League is safe. I've been on phone calls with coaches every day since Saturday, since this event occurred. And everybody's saying the same thing. More security, having police, and just enforcing certain rules.
Right.
Just like our league itself, the Big 12, right after the situation happened, they switched up some rules. They they're gonna go be more aggressive towards the safety of these kids and the safety of these parents, so they don't want one of these events to happen again. Like I said, we don't expect things like this to happen.
Right.
You asked me, it was unnecessary. It was very unnecessary. I won't go deep in detail about the videos,
right,
or anything like that. But it was very unnecessary. I pray that this doesn't take a turn for Little League football, and parents not wanting their kids to play football, youth football, because I've been hearing it. It's parents saying it.
Right.
You have parents saying, they don't know about their kids playing youth football anymore. Then again, you still got parents that still there with their solidified team, and that didn't happen on their side. So, they like, you know, their understanding of it. But, you know, like I said, for the most part, I think everybody is going in the same route, you know, a more security route.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of these, if you want you some money, go ahead and make it security business. So,
right.
you know, that's where the money finna come in at during Little League football.
Right.
No, and that's I feel like that's gonna happen from Little League football, baseball, basketball, and all. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Man, I sure appreciate this. Has been a conversation. I know we can go a little deeper, but I know you guys got to get up on the field and attend to the kids, man. But I just want to, man, thank you guys for what you guys do for the community, for what you do for the kids. A lot of people don't realize that you guys don't have to do this. You know, there's nothing in the rule book that says a man like Gil and a brother like Derek has to go out there and make these type of teams. But you guys doing it because it's a passion of yours and you want to give back to the community. We commend you guys, and we hope that this tragedy doesn't keep more guys like you from getting up there and starting these Little League football teams, because we need them. We need more avenues for our kids to do, because these kids don't want to go out and play. They want to play video games, and we need more things for our kids to do. Man, I appreciate you guys, man. Is there any final words any one of you guys have?
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to the Triple D Wolverines organization and staff. We are located off of Redbird Lane, Hampton and Camp Wisdom at the YMCA. We are still accepting kids up until I think it's August 20th. August 20th. We're still accepting kids. So you know, it's a nice atmosphere. We don't have all the cussing and the drugs, and we don't do daddy ball or none of that. It's all, you know, you earn. It's all earned. So with that being said, you know, it's a great atmosphere for your kids to come into. So especially, it's also good for if your son has never played football and he really has a passion to play football. This is actually a good organization to bring him to, because we actually coach every kid up. This is not we're not a select team where you have to come in with skills to get get some playing time. So we actually enjoy coaching these kids up. And once again, that's the Triple D Wolverines, not the SED, but the Triple D.
All right, you guys heard that. Triple D Wolverines out of the Hampton YMCA, and our thoughts and prayers are with the Dragon Elite Dragon Elite Academy, and Mike Hickman and his family. This your boy EC22, and I'm out.